Got it. I'm ready to roll. You ready, Julie?
Yes, I am ready to go.
Here we go. Julie and Milo show is here today. You don't want to miss a single word they say. Bringing you founders from near and far. Listen as they tell you now just who they are. Listen to their stories and how they tell. In just 3 minutes how they're doing well. Telling us what it's all about today. And how they are loving that old blessed away on passive. It's a here today on passive. There's just no better way. Listen to the Julie and the Milo show. Then you can be the very first to know. On passive, it's a here today. Julie and Milo show is coming your way Saturday on passive. Yeah. Julie, take it away, Julie.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today is May 14th, 2022. Welcome to the Julie and Milo show. My name is Julie. I'm coming to you from Orange County, California. My dear friend on the other side of the country, Milo, if you would please say hello to everyone.
Hey, it's Milo from Nashville. Thank you for coming on the show. Remember, if you wasn't on the show, we would not have a show. And we thank all the founders. You are important to us. Julie.
Absolutely, Milo. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us from all over the world. We really appreciate you being here with us. You are here because it is because you love Julie and Milo, and it's because you wanted to share what you have in mind. We appreciate you very much. In California today, right now, it's a beautiful day outside, and we hope that where you are today, it's also beautiful. And I know that some of our friends here that actually it's nighttime for you, and you are still here with us because you want to be part of this company called On Passive. It's a moment, a movement, and it is also a place where all of us know that we are in such a best place in our lives. So thank you so much for joining us. As you heard from the very beginning, today we are continue our aha moment, and thank you On Passive, because I don't think there is enough time, or thank you is enough to say thank you On Passive, and thank you for everything that has been going on in the past little over 3.5 years for many of us. I want to also welcome all our friends who are currently watching our show on YouTube and on Facebook as well. Welcome. You are here because you wanted to be participate in something that's much bigger than any one of us. So let's start the show by saying thank you On Passive. Thank you for everything that is happening in On Passive, and thank you all the great men and women behind the scene that put their life and dedicated their life, their talent to do what they do for many of us. Right now, there is 1.3 million people around the world see the effect of On Passive. But soon there will be multi-millions people, and then multi-billions people around the world see the effect of On Passive. So thank you On Passive for everything that is happening right now. We are in such a good time. Am I right, Milo?
Absolutely, Julie. I mean, the aha moments just keep coming. I mean, I don't think that, we know it's said that, we know maybe 10%. And I think it's going to be that for a long time, because I don't think we'll ever know it, because it's continuing to grow. It's a beautiful thing about it. And I think as I went through the website, and link 51, and kind of started looking, what a beautiful thing. I mean, if you go through that website and you click on some of those products and you read it, it's incredible stuff. And you learn, and you start talking. And I was thinking, as I was in the car the other night, Ubering a person, and she said she was in IT, and I said, well, are you in AI? And she goes, oh my God, you know about AI? I said, well, a little bit, and so we got talking, and she says, man, you know a lot about it. And she's going to, take a look at On Passive or whatever. But, I don't claim to know a whole lot, but I'll tell you what, if you just do the search on it and stuff and what you find out, it's incredible. And even though, amongst us, we may think that we don't know a whole lot, that there's a whole lot more to learn than there is, but still we're way ahead of the rest of the world. It's a beautiful thing. And we have to thank Ash Mufarov for that, for bringing us along, and the humanity part of it. To me, the humanity part just puts it over the top. We got the tool, we got the vehicle that's going to bring us to where we need to be. But along with that, we have the humanitarian part that really can get to our heart, and and it can become something that we will be able to do, and it forever will change our lives. Back to you, Julie.
Absolutely, Milo. You're so true. It is so true that thank you, Mr. Ash Mufarad, for making that decision, because back in whenever he made that decision to start it on passive, if he had not made a decision to take few of us to come with him, we would not have been here. And also, I also wanted to say thank you for all of the founders that started in 2018, early 2018. Without you making a decision to share with some of us, then some of us would not have been here. And so this is also a time for all of us to really look back in the journey that we've been traveling in the past years, 2 years, 3 years, for some of us almost 4 years. And also for all of everyone that are just joining on passive today or yesterday, welcome all of you being here with us. And get back with the person who shared this with you and say thank you so much for letting me know about Unpassive. Because boy, if it was a year from now on and you look back and you're like, oh, I should have been there. I heard a little bit about Unpassive and I didn't. But you know what? We made that decision to be here. We made the decision to be in Unpassive. And I believe wholeheartedly that we meant to be together. We meant to be in this. I imagine Unpassive as million pieces of puzzle are putting together to make this beautiful Unpassive picture. And every single one of us play very important role in this beautiful art of Unpassive. Is every one of us are our own place, we are very different, but yet we are so the same. We made perfectly, and every single piece of the puzzle meant something. If we're missing one piece, let's say if we're missing the P of David Bacau in Papua New Guinea, it won't be a beautiful picture, right? So I believe that every single one of us are different, but we are so the same, because we all fit in together to make this beautiful art of Unpassive. And for that reason, we thank you, Unpassive. And for that reason, we'll come together in the Julie and Milo show. Please raise your hands if you have things that you want to share. Whatever that moment when you are in Unpassive that touches your heart, this is a place to be. And for everyone who have been following and who have been in the Julie and Milo show for the last year and a half, you have been here long enough. It is time to come out. It's time to say hello. It's time to turn on your camera and say, I have been here for a year and a half. This is the time I wanted to say hello. And this is the time when I want to come out and meet all my friends that gathered together. So I'm encouraging every one of you, please raise your hands. Even if you raise your hands, you take the first step to step outside. You take the first step to share your heart out. Welcome, David Bacau. Welcome, everyone that's joining us. Every time when I see David on, I'm excited to have him joining us as well. All right, Milo. I see 2 hands are raised. So I'm going to go ahead and call Jeffrey Mola, and then I'm going to have you introduce David after Jeffrey speaking. All right, Jeffrey, good to have you here with us.
Oh, thank you. I'll tell you what, it's been a crazy weekend. I'm up at the farm this weekend, so I get all this time to myself. And well, Lynn and me have become good buddies, I think. I had to put my hand up, Milo, because you started right off the bat with humanity, and then Julie followed right in and said, okay, I'm going to take that as a sign, because earlier today we were on a webinar and Marty was talking. Marty was talking about value, and he brought to bear his expertise in marketing, and he talked about the marketing value and the value of the products and the value of what we're doing. But there's another aspect of the value of On Passive, and you both, starting with you, Milo, you hit the proverbial nail smack dab on the head with it wasn't a rubber mallet. I mean, it was a nice 10-pound mallet you smacked it with. And this is to say that as much as I love what Marty says with his understanding of marketing and value and stuff, because I use his stuff, On Passive is doing what's right because it's right. And the goal here is to lift and to keep lifting humanity, right? And the methods through which we're doing this are aspirations for the greater good. This means that in On Passive, our whole objective is to get our minds off of ourselves, right? Onto others, away from ourselves, away from that, what I call what about me mentality, you know, and say, well, what about them? And how about others instead of us, instead of what about me? What about me? I don't know if anybody's ever listened to Joyce Meyer or not, but years ago, when I did, she used to have this little robot thing she did, and she would just stand up and go, what about me? What about me? Beep, beep, you know, and that's kind of where we go in our minds, is all about me. What can I get me? How's this profit me? What's this make me look like? That's not On Passive. That's not where we're going with this. You know, it's about putting out all good stuff to everybody else and changing the paradigm and changing mindsets. We're seeking the high road, so to speak, you know, the moral high road, as it were. And, you know, there's a verse that says something about, you know, seek first the kingdom of God and all these things will be added. And I'm not getting religious, because what they're talking about is whatever is true and noble and right and pure and lovely and all those things. That's what we're focusing on. And that's what we're trying to put out. So that's what we're getting back. And that is what On Passive is. And that's why we are the paradigm shift that is changing the world. And I just want people to remember that's half of the value, is just having your heart in the right spot and modeling everything that On Passive stands for. So thank you.
That's some good stuff, Jeffrey. I love all of that. And, you know, it is so true, man. When you see that picture, you know, and it becomes real to you and it gets in your heart, man, it's something else, you know. And I would like to say, you know, to all founders, it's time, you know, that we are allowed to have a little swagger. They talk about swagger, you know, in football and stuff. Hey, they really got the swagger. Be confident in what you have, because what you have, no one's ever had before. So if someone's telling you something false, you know, or not knowing about it, it's not on you, it's on them. Hey, you take as long as you want. I think as I had a person send me a thing, hey, I'm really interested in this On Passive, you know, and so I sent them the information back, and so they've sent me a couple messages. And so finally today, after they said, well, I'm still reviewing it, I just want to make sure it's not, I said, hey, take your time. In fact, to tell you the truth, we've got way more founders than we even need. I said, so you take your time, and you can come on as a customer at any time, and it will be great for you. I said, so don't worry about it. I said, you have to understand, we're all set. I said, our company is debt free. You know, we really don't need any more founders, you know, and you kind of want to put that out there to people that, hey, you know what? We would love to have you, but we're not begging you to come, because we don't need you to come on. We know that it'll help you out down the road. And remember, we are doing this for humanitarian type thing. We don't want someone that's just coming on just for themselves, me. That's not what this is about. This is about helping others, you know. But the cool thing is, we can't help others unless we have a vehicle. On Passive provides us that vehicle to get whatever we need to help others, you know. So I just throw that out there to you. Sorry, I took a little bit of time there, but next up, we got none other than Mr. David Bacow from PNG. We love this guy. Come on down, David, and talk to us.
Hey, thank you, Milo. Thank you, Julie. It's a great show always. And it's been a while since I've been here, so I'm just glad to be here. We were just in another webinar with Lynn and OTech Pro with Gladys, and they said, hey, let's get on over to Julie and Milo show. Yes, and I said yes. That's it. I've been missing that one for a while, so I just want to touch and carry on from where you started. Firstly, as we know, we started because we wanted something for our personal lives. And that's where it led me on to the online space to find something. And then when I got there and seen what Ash has shared in his vision, that is that thing that is captured me personally. And when I saw that, it resonated because I know there's a lot of people around me that needed help. And how can I help them if we don't have a vehicle that can help us? Like you said, On Passive is the vehicle for us. And when I started to realize that, Mati kept on sharing, and then I picked up where Ash is coming from. And I said, this is a perfect platform for me to be able to come on and help a lot of people where I can. And the story has gone, and it's 3 years now with us in Papua New Guinea, and most of you have known a lot of our people come on and they share the struggles that we go. It's no different. It's no different. Papua New Guinea is just like every other place. People are struggling, and because we have sort of come out and projected ourselves, it's just brought us to the forefront. But we are no different from everybody else who's also struggling. So we are kind of an example to other people who are there. So when we all feel that, Ash has created, I just said in Gladys' webinar, Ash has created something that is so secure for us. And in a business, I've come from a banking background. I do lending to people when they come to borrow money. And I assess their proposals, and I want to see what is the driving factor, or what is going to sustain that business to be able to carry on and repay the loans. And when you look at the business, you first of all, you look at the person, the character of the person who's going to create the business. What is he like? And then from his character, you come down to the system that he's creating, and then the industry that he's trying to be in, and then the products, and then the security of the products, the quality. So when you put all this together, Ash has nailed it for a complete business. Ash has nailed it perfectly. And for us as founders coming on, we don't do anything. It's fully automated for us. Now that we've all come to realize that it's fully automated for us, and it gives us a perfect place to have that peace in our hearts. And we are now focused on what we can do. And this is where we are tuned in to the humanitarian side of it. And I tell you, thank you. Thank God for Ash. I can't say, enough. I thank God for Ash and the family and all of you, those who are pioneering, especially Jeffrey. I read that paradigm shift, which triggered me and cemented me in this business. And that's why I'm so privileged, so privileged. I encourage my people, you can't find a business like this anywhere else. This is the business. It will give us our future, and it will make our future for us. So thank you. Thank you for this.
Absolutely, David. That was beautiful of what you're sharing. Thank you on Passive. Thank you, Mr. Ash Mufard. And thank you everyone who started before all of us, who started from the very beginning and continue to share it out there. I honestly wanted to also saying this. One of our brother who has continuously, always since the day that he stepped into On Passive, has always full heart and the purest heart that I see throughout all the founders of On Passive. And if you could witness a day of his life when he's with On Passive, busy pulling hair like everywhere in all directions. And that brother is my oldest brother, Marty DeGamo. And with him, if you really want to know how his day is, you spent some time with him. And many of us actually spending time with him, seeing him, he's in the living room of his family, sharing, and everything that he does, it's all about on passive. He's here with us. He's always here and supporting us. And he's kind of busy on his end, but I just want all of us to also just remember the people that love you, the people that care for you, the people that do everything for all of us. Any problem, we run to that person. And that person is my brother, my oldest brother, Marty DeGamo. And so, Marty, thank you for all that you're doing for all of us. Everyone today, really today, the show today is about AHA movement. It's about sharing. Thank you on passive, but I also like to add on that too, Milo. It's about sharing your love for other people. If anyone in on passive that loves you, that you want to thank you, or thank that person that care for you, that being there for you, just speak up, raise your hands and share that. Don't be shy. We're all doing that. We all have a heart, and we all be able to appreciate the people that does the things for all of us. So I encourage everyone, if you have that moment in your life, you have that person that you want to share, please also raise your hand to say that as well. So Tina, I see you have your hand raised. Tina from Singapore. Would love to hear from you, Tina.
Hello, good evening, Julie and Milo and everyone here, the lovely Pacifians. I can't, I'm not on a video at the moment today, tonight I should say, because it's too close to 2:30 a.m. in the morning here. But I thought I would love to share this. And like David Bakau from PNG says, that it's been a long time for me being here on Julie and Milo as well. And I really thought I come in and share this, that what I wanted to share in one of the other webinars, I think a couple of days ago. So I'm going to read something from my favorite mentor, I would say, Dr. Wayne Dyer. He is such an eloquent person, and I can't say that I speak so well or eloquently as the two leaders that was here earlier. But let me read what I wanted to share. It's about the shift. The paradigm shift, not the paradigm shift that we're all talking about, but the shift from Wayne Dyer's movie. And it is also, there's also a book, a companion book to the movie of the same name, which illustrates how and why to make that move from ambition, being what we want, who we want to be, to the meaning of what we want to be. Such as it says, eliminates our feeling of separateness, illuminates our spiritual connectedness, and involves moving from the ego-directed morning into the afternoon of life, where everything is primarily influenced by purpose. I wish to thank Ash Mofare, our visionary CEO, for what he's creating for us now and for the future, and what we are all in this movement together to really change humanity. And with that, I also would like to say that we are all the top, THETOP. We are the truly happy enablers, trusting on passive purpose. And what we're going to do is we're going to go mad, give to others, make a difference. And that's one of the reasons that I'm here since close to 3 years, since 15 June of 2019, and I'm going to be here today, tomorrow, and for the rest of my life with On Passive and with On Passive's purpose to change humanity, to change the world, the disruption that's in the world at the moment, and we're all going to be the shift. And that's, thank you very much, Julie and Milo, for letting me speak. And I love everyone here. Thank you all also for Marty Big Guy as well, for all the leadership council that's helping me along the way, all the love that I get from the various leaders from the international platform. I love you all, much love. Remember, all we have to do is love, LOVE, live our values every day, and we'll be guided to what we want to manifest for ourselves. Thank you very much, Julie and Milo, for having me.
Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Tina. That was awesome. I love Wayne Dyer, but I think that's the first time I've heard the mad, and I love it when you can take a bad word and change it to a good word. Mad, M-A-D. Let's all make a difference. Let's all get mad and make a difference. Make a difference. You know, that is awesome. I love that. All right, next up we got one of our good supporters. He's always here, Mr. Mamodu. Come on down, brother. Mamodu.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mr. Julie, Mr. Milo. Thank you very much. You know, you just caught me a surprise. I just want to say thank you to Mr. Ash, you know, for carving out this vision, first of all. Because if he hasn't carved out this vision, some of us will not have been there. And the other thank you again I want to extend is to my co-worker who is Wara Amara. You know, she was the first person to share this idea with me. And if it's not for her, I would not have been into this opportunity. So I will first of all thank her very much for thinking about me. And the other thank you I have is for all my leadership council, my webinar organizers. Since I became a founder 2020, I've been following every bit of webinar and I've gained a lot. Thank you for that. Thank you for helping me. And I don't have much to say. It's just to extend my gratitude to my CEO, to you all, and everybody that has played a helping hand into our company. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you, Momodu. Thank you so much for always joining us here today. And you keep your eyes on the road. I know that you're driving, so I'm going to mute you really quick. But you got to keep your eyes on the road, though. All right, I muted you. Sorry, because there was some beeping coming out on your end. But be safe on the road. All right, so we don't have hand raised right now, but we'd love for you still keeping your thoughts flowing and raise your hands if you wanted to share with us here. Ruth, I see that you have your hands raised. Yeah, go ahead, Ruth. If you would please unmute your mic, and then if I don't see hands, I'll bring up the next topic. But yeah, Ruth, please go ahead. Unmute your mic.
Thank you, Julia Milo. It has really been a while for me to be here. I am Ruth Achineke from Eugene, Oregon, and I'm really, really happy for this moment. But as we have always been following this great idea, they say dreams are only realized when action is taken. So we are here to really applaud the initiative of those who believe in those dreams and idea and taking action, and they are here with us, and they have always been sharing. So I personally, I want to say thank you for all the leaders, for all their time, for what they have been doing, because sometimes some of us are not able to float around all the webinars, but we try our best to follow up. And I also want to tell some of us that we feel like maybe we don't have people to talk to. We all have networks. And currently what I'm doing, I'm talking to my network. They are not always going to be believers, but for this dream, everybody at some point will be followers. Either they are going to come in as marketers or they are going to come in as whatever. They are just going to buy product. But our main goal is just to let them know what is in their next what is in their next window or next door, however they want to put it, they should be aware of it. So that is our gospel to them now, it's for them to know. And the reason we are telling them also is just because they should never say we didn't hear about it. We should never get the blame of, we did not know. How come you know this and you didn't tell us? Let them have the choice either to choose or not to choose. That is how the world rules. We can never have everybody in the same pot. And I am glad I'm one of the few to be here. So I'm seizing that opportunity to do my best. Thank you all. And I'm so happy to be here. Open mic with Milo and Julie. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ruth. You hit on a great point that, you know, I like to say is be consistent. Tell everyone, you know, even, you know, just be consistent. Don't be like Milo. Don't forget to tell one of your friends, and then he comes on and he invites you. That's a bad feeling. I'm going to tell you, that is a bad feeling when you've been in on passive and one of your friends calls you up and says, let me tell you about this opportunity. It's like, are you kidding me? You know, but anyway, don't, you know, just do that. That's a wonderful thing. Okay, next up we got Charlotte. Charlotte, where are you from? Are you from the USA? Charlotte Patrina, come on down and talk to us.
Charlotte, if you could please unmute your mic, Charlotte.
You're muted, Charlotte.
You could unmute your mic.
Charlotte,
Charlotte, unmute your mic.
Charlotte, please unmute your mic.
Then Nadine, we got it. I'm gonna go ahead and unmute her.
Yes.
Give Charlotte a moment. Charlotte, if you just unmute, I'm gonna send you as an invitation to unmute your mic. You should be able to unmute it yourself. All right, we're gonna wait for a few minutes until she can figure out how to unmute her mic. I'm gonna go ahead and call Jennifer, and then we'll come back with you, Charlotte.
Hey everybody, thanks Julie, thanks Milo for letting me speak. I'm one of those people who have spent the last 1.5 years hiding in the background, so listening to everybody. I've been coming to webinars for a long time. Just lately I've started to get on the panels and stuff, so that's been kind of fun for me to come out of my shell that way. But I just wanted to thank Ashmi Farah and On Passive for giving us all this opportunity. I never thought that I would ever find something like this. I spent years on online marketing and that kind of stuff, and everything has just been a mess. So I'm not a salesman, I'm not a marketer. I'm just somebody who always tries to see opportunities. So this is a perfect platform for me. I also want to thank all the leaders and everybody who does webinars to give us all a chance to sit back and learn, because I've learned so much over the last year. A lot of stuff I never thought I needed to learn, but you know, it's been kind of awesome. And the one thing I wanted to say too is for people who, you know, have an issue with paying that money or paying and asking what they're getting out of it, nothing, you know, I just want to say if they actually sit and listen to Mr. Mafar when he speaks, it's almost like you're getting personal development that you would pay thousands and thousands of dollars for. Like the stuff that comes out of that man's mouth is just amazing. And I've learned so much. My attitude, and over the last year, it's like coming and seeing a bunch of friends every day at webinars. If you're having a bad day, you know, you come watch the Julie and Milo show, or you go and watch Lynn's show, or whatever it is. And it just feels like you're with your friends. So I wanted to thank everybody for that, because, you know, some days I have really bad days and I get to come and be with my impassive family, and it just brightens my day. And I also wanted to thank my sponsor, Flo Mullen, who showed me this in 2020. It took me a while to sign up. I was just like, oh no, it's just something else. It's gonna blow up in my face. But I did sign up, and then I kind of ignored it for about 2 months or 3 months till about January of 2021. And then I listened to something that Mike Ellis did. I can't remember which one it was. I think it might have been that Practically Perfect Business or something. It was one of his videos, and I was like, hey, wait a minute, this is something I really need to pay attention. So that's kind of was my aha moment, and I started watching all the videos and listening to everybody, and then I was like, oh, I should get my family and friends involved in this, because, you know, this is something big. So yeah, that's kind of been my evolution with On Passive. So again, I just wanted to thank everybody, and yeah, wish everybody a good weekend. Thanks.
Thank you, Jennifer, and congratulations for stepping up and speaking. You did a wonderful job. That was great stuff. All right, and thank you for coming on. All right, let's go back to Charlotte. Charlotte, are you here? Can you get unmuted? Let's see. There's Charlotte. Okay, Charlotte, down in the bottom right left-hand corner, there's a microphone. If you click on it, it should allow you to unmute yourself.
Charlotte, I also send you an unmute button. So just type on unmute. You should be able to unmute yourself.
Yep. Nope, you haven't done it yet. Click on the little microphone. All
right. You know, let's get back with Charlotte in a bit until you could figure out. That's okay. Until you could figure out, Charlotte, just go ahead and continue to try. Okay. I also see Mohammed is here with us. Mohammed, from Dubai, is here with us. I'm so glad to see you here. Mohammed, if you would please unmute your mic and share with us what's in your mind.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Assalamu alaikum for everyone. Hello, it's my pleasure to be here with all the great On Passive family. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Milo, for your amazing show. And really, it was very fantastic, very perfect to listen and to be with all great leaders here. So I will not take a long time. Okay, just I want to share about the topic of today, about the thanks and to whom we should appreciate and give our thanks. So I have a small list. Okay, I will not take a long time. So first of all of you, of course, we thanking our founder and visionary, Mr. Ash Mufarrah, because he is not creating only On Passive, he is creating this big, beloved family. It's more than important in the business. The people are here, the people are gathered together, and all the time they are be in webinars, from different webinars here and there. There is no company in the world, they have like 5-6 webinars every day, different time zones. Yesterday, I attended Lynn webinar. Okay, it was fantastic about the data center, and I attended with all the great leader interactions. Today we have Julian Milo, and we have so many webinars in different zones and different category. So it's not a matter of a business. This is people, and this is a big family. They love each other. So we are thanking Mr. Ash Mufarrah to make this community, this united family, to be all together, and everyone not searching for his own benefit. We are all searching for how to raise On Passive, how to be proud of On Passive, and how the world is talking On Passive language, to be all of us on passive walking on the earth. So thank you, Mr. Ash, for all what he's doing. And guys, really, I know all of them, all of you, or most of you meet or interact with Mr. Ash Mufarrah in different ways. But when you are working with him very closely, okay, you cannot imagine how great is this man, how much he loves the all on passive and all the founder. And what is in his mind, really, it will make everyone explode from the excitement and how we are going to, inshallah, very soon conquer all over the world. So Mr. Ash, he is one in the universe, and we appreciate all what he is doing. So thank you from all our heart to Mr. Ash, and I believe that this will reach to him. The second list that I would like to thank the great Julie and Milo. Really, guys, you are doing a fantastic job and fantastic show that everyone loves to come. Yes, I agree with Milo, what he said before some time. We love Julie and Milo. For that reason, we are coming here. And all of the people from different webinars, different leaders. So you know, there is a lot of people not in your team, but they enjoying to be with us. They enjoy to be with you in your show. Why? Because of the spirit, because of the positivity, because of the love, the passion that all of you are giving to us. So thank you very much for whatever you are doing, okay? And we appreciate and we love you so much. Thank you for Len, thank you for Jeffrey, and for our big beloved brother, Marty DeGarmo, who is all the time supporting our back. He is the type with us, whatever it takes, he is doing it. He is with us all the time. So I don't want to take long time from you, okay? Thank you for having me here, and I appreciate all the work. Thank you very much.
We
Hamid,
thank you.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. We appreciate
Thank you so much.
We appreciate all that you do for us also, man. As the Own Passive founder, we could, never say enough thanks for all that you do for us. And I loved what you said also about your privilege to get to work with Mr. Ash Mufarrah. I've seen him twice. I can tell you I'm blown away by the way the man just operates and how he talks to people and how it's really about family to him. You can tell there is a deep love for the Own Passive family when you're with Mr. Ash Mufarrah. And, I love the way when he walks in and he talks, he commands that attention, that everyone wants to listen to every word he says because he's always dropping these golden nuggets for us, and as someone said on the show, that $97, who in the world could imagine to hear what he says? I paid thousands and thousands of dollars to go to sales seminars and different seminars that I've been to and stuff, and I've never got what I get out of a webinar from Ash. Sometimes you might have to listen to it a couple times, 3 times, and every time you listen to it, man, something else pops out at you. But thank you for what you're doing for us. And, the Own Passive family, it is a great family to be in. And thanks all the others that he mentioned too, because it really is, it's a family and it takes us all, and we do have a lot of leaders on here, that have shows, webinars or whatever. And it's just so great to get together and see all of you. All right, so let's move on to Mr. Colin Manna from the UK. Come on down, brother.
Hello, Julie. Hello, Milo. Yeah, it's just great to be here. I think this is the first time for me to attend this, where we've been from one webinar to the other just to preach the gospel of unpassive. And just want to greet Madi Digamo and Lynn Nakamoto, Jeffrey. We've been together moving from one end. John Barelli, yeah, I've seen you. Yeah. So just want to take different dimension of unpassive. I know, people look at unpassive in the way they want to look at, but we see unpassive as an IT company, a global IT company, build solution with, lot of engineers all over the world, in Hyderabad and
We're talking about Dubai now as a hub. So a lot of people didn't even believe when they said it was Dubai. And I'll just give a story we heard yesterday. Lynn was there when we're discussing. You know, one of our a tech pro, Brother Vincent, you know, the wife and daughter went to Dubai to visit their relative. The son who is 18 years never believed in unpassive. You know, family members, they'll never believe. They say the prophet is never known in his own town. And he said, Daddy, you're wasting your time. You know, this thing will never work. So when the daughter went there with the mom and they saw unpassive everywhere in Dubai, they took videos and everything we have in our forum and sent it to the dad. They sent it also to the son who is 18 years, about to go to university. When he came back from school, he said, Daddy, I now believe in unpassive. It is true. So for those who are still doubting that unpassive is not true, it is true today. In your own hearings, it is true. Because if an 18 years old boy can stand and say, unpassive is true, Daddy, I now believe you. Somebody who have been doubting in the age of 15 and believe today when he's 18 years because he saw everything that's happening in Dubai, because it wasn't a picture, like you said, it's Photoshop. It was videos. The daughter took it and sent it to the brother and said, look at what we are seeing. Mommy and I, we are there, unpassive everywhere. So this is not a joke. Now, just dive a little bit about the product. It is real products, you know. As our CEO said, our CEO never ever mentioned, you know, money and money. When there's real product, there's money. When there is product, there is no way you can doubt it. You know, there are a lot of, you know, founders, sometimes you speak to them and they said, oh, show me the proof. I said, you know what? Coming from a tech industry, you know, more than 15 years experience in tech industry, there is no little IT company that will build this simple component without making money. We have seen it all. And when you look at unpassive of this magnitude, that is coming as a giant, you know, people see unpassive as online business. I see unpassive as an IT company that builds solution and, you know, services, you know, for you and I, medium, small, and large size corporation. Everybody, anywhere will see this and they will need it. Whether we like it or not, unpassive is here to stay. There are people who said, oh, I don't believe. I said, you know what? Mr. Ashbofara doesn't need founders. He can go, you know, and take this company on his own and become the world richest man. But thank God we are today founders. And ask yourself today, if you are a founder, where do you want to be? Do you want your name to be written in the book of history, where you will look at O'Mail and said, my goodness, I was the first to see O'Mail. I was the first to see Academy. I was the first to even put my finger, my footprint, test it, you know, and look at it and say, yes, I saw it before 1 billion people even sees it in this world. That is where we are, not about the money, but you being in the position of making history. That's what I want to say. And that is what is motivating me, making me to stand and say, wow, unpassive will wow the world, because I've been in that position where we build solution and I look at it, people go crazy and I'm just laughing. I say, wow, we've made people go mad. And this is what you as founders are doing, being in the position of better testing the solution, seeing in first hand before it goes out. So I just want to thank you and thank Julia and Milo for these shows. And honestly, you are in the position of strength, not in the position of weakness. Be grateful, because Mr. Ashbofara is a man of heart. He's not driven by money. He's driven by changing humanity, the lives that people will live and leave legacy for their generation to come. Thank you, Julie, and thank you, Milo. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you, Colin. Thank you so much for your words and your wisdom as well on the tech side and everything that you're sharing today. We appreciate you always working along with all your colleagues and Lynn to hold that tech meeting and share that with everyone. So thank you so much for being here with us as well. We're going to come back to Charlotte, and then we're going to go to Marty. And then after Marty speak, I like to do a little bit of fun interacting with the audience, the viewers. If you are on Facebook, if you are on YouTube, I'm going to put in the chat right now. I started a hashtag thank you on passive with all capital words last week on YouTube, on Facebook. So what I'm going to do after Marty speak, and Mohammed is here. We all know that Mohammed is famous for his fire, fire, fire. So he's gonna open his mic after Marty speak, okay? He's gonna open his mic and he's gonna say fire, fire for a minute. And what I like you to do, all the viewers that are currently on the Zoom, or if you are viewing right now on Facebook or on YouTube, please prepare. Hashtag is a number sign and say thank you on passive. And I would like to know how many hashtag on passive we are putting out there to the world. All right. That is a challenge we're all going to do, but be prepared. And if I were you, I would type in hashtag on passive on the side and then copy it and paste it out as fast as you can. Within that 1 minute, I like to see how many hashtag thank you on passive out there in Facebook and in YouTube. All right. All right. Let's prepare for that. So we're going to have Charlotte to speak her mind one more time and see if she could open her mic. Charlotte, what you gonna? I noticed that you're on your phone right now. So just swipe through the screen, and when it see that only you on the screen, there's a red microphone on the bottom left. Just type on that one time, and it should be able to unmute your mic. Let's give you a chance to do that. Okay. It's not happening yet. So let's have Charlotte just keep working on that. I'm going to go ahead and call Marty. Marty, if you would please unmute your mic and share with us what's in your mic today.
There's always a lot in my mind, but I'm going to, yeah, I wanted to go over, you know, aha moment or a funny moment, I guess. I got, it happened to me. Ash texted me one day a year ago, maybe. He said, I want you to come on the Arabic webinar and say something. Well, he knows I have no problem talking because I talk every day. So he calls me on. This is the first time I met Mr. Kamal. So he was interpreting. So I get on, I do my thing, blah, 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 right? And I'm 100% focused thinking about I'm passive, 100%. Ash says to Mr. Kamal something in Arabic like, ask him when he started. So I go, he comes on, yeah, they'd like to know when did you start with On Passive. Now Ash knows I know the date. So I went February 28th, 2019. So I'm going on and on and on. Then Ash says, ask him when he was married. Now, remember, I know that date, okay? But that day, I'm so focused on passive, I went completely brain dead. So he asked me that, and my wife is sitting 2 feet away from me. So I go, when? Oh, he also wants to know what was the date you were married. And I went, I said the wrong year. No, first I said the wrong month. Then I said the wrong year. Ash is laughing. My wife yells across, you blockhead, we weren't married then. I went, oh my God. So, but that was the time that I got my aha moment, but it was a lot of fun though. But I couldn't believe it. I went completely blank. But I think Ash knew that I was so into the unpassive part of it because he said, now ask him when he was married. And I fell for it. I absolutely fell for it. But that's all I really have.
I remember you told us that. That was really cute. All right, Charlotte, one last chance for you to speak. Go ahead, please. All right, let's move on to our program right now. It is now, I'm going to send the mic back to Mohammed. friends, I have noticed in the chat that we do all kinds of hashtag. In order for the hashtag to be effective on the goal that we want to do, you have to do the number sign on and then thank you on passive all together, no spaces. All right, no spaces at all. Friends on Facebook, friends on YouTube, it is now a chance for you to put thank you on passive out there. Please remember, hashtag thank you on passive, all capital together. All right, together, no space in between. All right, let's take that 1 minute and see how many hashtag on passive we have. Mohammed, the mic is yours now. Please do it when you're ready.
Okay, guys, let's show to the world how much the excitement we have it here. So we will have it like 1 minute. Show all what your excitement, whatever you are in the panelist or you are in the chat, do whatever you can with the maximum you can do. So I will make it the countdown, okay? And I will also shoot it by my mobile here to show in the chat. Okay, 3, 2, 1, fire! Show for the people. Thank you on passive on the chat. Fire for all the world. Show how much you are excited. Thanks for on passive. Hashtag thank you on passive. Fire. Let's go. Show the people. Put fire with your hashtag. Fire. Unbelievable. Let's go. 30 seconds. Go. How much hashtags? Bring it all to the maximum. Do it. Unbelievable. Amazing. Fire. Yes. Last 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Oh my God. On passive all over the world at the top. Fire. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mohammed. You're always doing. You give us so much energy. Thank you so much. Please take a sip of water. Boy, seriously, if you're currently watching YouTube right now and Facebook right now, hashtag on passive is everywhere. And moving on from this point on, let's use that one of our hashtag when you put things out there about on passive. It is now a great time for all of us to express how appreciative we are with on passive and where we are in our lives. So I encourage you, please use that hashtag from now on. If you are running a YouTube channel, please also use that as one of your hashtag on your title as well. All right, Milo, it is now time for us to give everyone an opportunity. If you have been following up with on passive in the last months, and the thing that Mr. Ashmufar has been putting it out there, and you might have questions and you might have ideas and you might have speculations, but most of all, if you do have questions that kind of not clear, if you would please raise your hands. It is now time for you to ask that questions. We do have Marty here, we have Milo, we have everyone here. If you have any questions, we'd love to address that as well. But before I do that, I've noticed that Akram had his hand raised earlier. So we'll give him an opportunity to speak his mind on what he has. Akram from Bangladesh.
Thank you, Julie and Milo. And also thanks to all the great leaders and founders. Everyone are so much energetic. And also Muhammad Kamal, fire. He is so much energetic person. I should go to him and to get some energy from him. How did it? In a 1 minute, he is doing nicely. It's fantastic, and it's actually oxygen for all the founders. So I would like to thanks again to Julie and Milo show. This is the special show in the world, and where if I am present here, I get some of the great leaders here, and they are doing fantastic, and it is really honor for me to participate here. And I would like to thanks to also Ash sir. He has given the opportunity just only $97. So we get a lot of things from this opportunity, because you know that earlier I'm not the habituated of the digital things like the Zoom and also other devices. I cannot operate properly. But at this moment, I'm so much uh, already learned it, and I know very well. And also I am so much happy to share to our community. So yeah, our community is some of founders, very general person, ordinary persons. They don't actually how to operate also mobile phone. They don't properly, they don't know who actually just ages person as 60 years old or more up 50 years old. So they don't actually operate on their Android set also. But now they are operating Zoom, and they already asked us how I can change my profile and how I will upload my photos, good quality photos, and how I can do it. So it's really amazing things, and they are also learned person. Thousand founders are learning, and they are digital devices, and also they are learning our academy, our OS staff, our many digital products they are learning, which is really amazing. So at this moment, in a 97, only $97, they are getting everything. So after when this company will be the global launch, and that is almost every time we hear that, we never thinking that what we have gotten. So it's really, I cannot share my feelings at this moment. It's really fantastic for all the globe of the peoples who already joined this opportunity, who already taken this opportunity. They are so much lucky in the planet. So I just a few months or few days, or it's a last chance to get the opportunity. So I will request that if you have some persons in your uh, close persons, we will share this opportunity, because it will not never come in the world. So this is, we are, if we don't do it, so how they will get this chance? So I will request everyone, we can give this chance to the uh, other next persons in the very shorted time. So I think it will be, it is the more contribution to the world. So our next generation, we can tell that we can do something for the people of the world. So that's all. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Akram. Thank you so much. Yeah. All right. I don't see any other hands up. So I tell you what I want to do, Julie. I want to I want to ask 6 people the same question. And those 6 people is Marty DeGarmo, Jeffrey Morlock, Lynn Nakamoto, Muhammad, let's see, what is that, 5? And Julie, no, David Bacall. All right. What is your favorite product that OwnPassive has, and why? So just those 2 things. Give us a quick go. Who wants to go first? Man, don't all raise your hands at once.
I can go first. I don't mind going first.
Lynn.
Okay. Actually, I would probably say "Oh bless" first, but I know that the others are probably going to want to say "Oh bless," so I'm going to let them talk about "Oh bless" or somebody else. But I think O Network is going to be special, as well as O Connect. So I guess I would say O Connect because of the way it's going to connect all of us. A global family will be able to communicate through O Connect. We have the auto language translation, which is going to break down language barriers. Because with the existing webinar platforms that are here today, you're not able to have that translation ability that we're going to have. So that's what makes, I think, O Connect bridge any gaps between cultures, nations, and peoples. So that's why I think O Connect is going to be a game changer for the world, and it's going to unite humanity. Thanks.
Great point, Lynn. Great point. All right, who wants to go next? Mr. David Bacau.
Thank you, Milo. Yeah, I agree with Lynn, but since he's already mentioned O'Connect, I'll stick on to Obless. Obless, as we in Papua New Guinea said, this is the signature dish of the OnPassive products. And Obless, because it's going to touch a lot of people. We want to help a lot of people. That's the platform that when I saw it initially as a crowdfunding platform, I said, this is the platform that will help to bring capacity to a lot of people, enable them to be able to help themselves and then help other people around them. So that's the product that I think it's close to my heart on this one. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, David. Thank you. All right. And Mr. Jeffrey Morlock, come on down, brother. Tell us yours.
Lynn, you guys, yeah, first Obless and you went to Connect, and I thought, okay, Obless is cool. Yeah. And then Obless is gone. But my next one, in that order, I mean, so I think we're all on the same page. And the next one for me is probably going to be the Academy. And that is simply because of what it is and what I think that it can do. First of all, it's an interactive platform that uses the latest AI technology, and it's going to be the most extensive library for educational stuff in the world. And it's not empowered by anyone other than the educators and the students. So, I mean, right off the bat, it's going to do so very much for us to connect the world. I mean, it's got platforms that's just going to, whether students or professors or teachers or lay people, whether it's just people with hobbies or moms at home, it doesn't matter. You can do something and you can connect, and it seamlessly connects with everything else, right? Artists, everything, you name it.
Awesome.
I'll let it go right there, but there's a lot more you could say about it.
Absolutely. That's great stuff. But we just kind of want to get that quick overview, and that is perfect. I love what you said there. Mr. Muhammad Kamal, come on down and tell us.
Okay, to be honest, everything is in OnPassive is fantastic, but let's say what is the most, I can see it is very good for us. Aside from the physical products, okay, this is something else, okay? So I love so much Ocreate, okay? Because the most important thing when you are doing your identity, to have your website. And a lot of people stuck in this place. So can you imagine a website every day with different shape, with different content, with so excitement and so attractive backgrounds, with the SEO that is written and everything every day. We have MohammedKamal.com, we have JolieNueng.com, MartyDeGarmo.com, every day something different. This is never seen in the world and will not happen without OnPassive. So this is something very revolutionary. And when I talk with the people a lot about Ocreate, they said, this is impossible to happen. For that, I told them, yes, it's impossible. For that reason, we are doing an OnPassive. And OnPassive, we are making the impossible is possible for us. So Ocreate is my favorite one.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. I love it. That's there's so many products that are all good, but all right, Mr. Marty DeGarmo, I know you're going to drop a gold nugget here for us.
I found out one thing very important. When you ask a question like that, you need to put your hand up really quick, okay? If not, you got to follow everybody. No, truthfully, it's not a product. I think what I really love about OnPassive is the platform was set up for people, anybody, anywhere, to be something, to have a voice, to reach their potential. No company I've ever been in in 18 years online is anything near that. It lets everybody reach their potential because so many people live 60, 70, 80 years and they die and they never lived. And I think the platform itself, the system, is the most amazing thing to me, where it lets everybody be their best. I know it's not a product, but for me, that's what I love the most. No doubt about it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Marta. So there you got it, 6 or whatever. I want to turn it back to Julie because I know she has a favorite one. So Julie, come on and tell us what yours is.
Oh, Milo, Marty just took the words out of me. It's not the one product that's my favorite. It's the entire On Passive that's my favorite. And why am I saying that? First of all, On Passive is not depending on anything. It is an industry its own. I'm using the word industry from John White. It is an industry on its own. And my favorite part is that On Passive give all of us the ability to turn impossible to possible, like what Mohammed was saying, okay? Another thing too, remember, we are all the top 1% of where we are. Let's say, I talked to the Vietnamese team this morning. I said, did you know that there's over 100, almost 200 of you here today? You are the top 1% in your country that will be making the most impact in where you are. If you are here, you have a community, your local area, your local community. On Passive gives us the ability to be the top 1%. I don't mean the top 1% in terms of a lot of money. I don't mean any of that. None of that means, or none of that lasts in life. But you are the 1%, the top 1% will be able to make the most impact in people's life in your local area. And the ability for us to be able to do that is my favorite thing. And that's one of the reasons why Marty always called me the peacock. The peacock, when Julie go out there and do things, it doesn't mean that Julie know it all. It's not. It's actually Julie wants to use that ability that she learned from On Passive to go out and do it and learn from doing it. Remember, to me, the more I do it, the more I learn from what I am doing. And if other people chimed in and do that with me, I'm able to learn that from that person. So remember, every single one of us in On Passive, we have the ability to do it. So we are all here as a family, like Mr. Kamal has been saying. We are here as a big family. We all play a very important role. And I dream that every single one of us take the cultural of what On Passive is creating and bring it back to our country, our community, our family, no matter where we are, we'll bring it back, and we bring that beautiful, loving cultural of On Passive and bring it back and make the biggest impact in whatever that we are in. And that's my favorite thing, Milo.
Awesome. There you have it. You got it. You heard it so many different times. What is your favorite? And it's a beautiful thing, and I think all of us lean towards one or the other. We're going to lean towards something that we like more than others, but it is the whole complete package. There's no doubt about it. I guess mine, if I have one that kind of is my baby, is Old Mel. I think Old Mel is going to be great for me just because of the marketing campaign, the auto response. But then when you tie all the stuff together with it, that's what makes Old Mel. So it does take the whole complete system type thing. But what a beautiful thing, and I just love hearing it from everyone. All right, we got some more hands up. So let's move right along. Let's go to Mr. Roy Davies. Come on down, brother.
Hello, you hear me?
I hear you. There you go.
Well, I guess you all know, y'all been seeing me on the webinars, some of everywhere, and I just never came up and said nothing.
Yeah.
That's because I've just been trying to get my words together because I'm not really a talker. I'm really a listener. I hear and I listen. I just want to just give out a few thank yous. First, I want to give a big thanks to Mr. Ash's family, his mother and father, for birthing a child such as Ash Mafaro with the heart that he has. And I want to bless Ash Mafaro for having the heart that he has to help humanity, to do what he's doing, to help people. I appreciate him so much for that because I worked all my life. I lived at the bottom all my life. And since this On Passive came by, and I want to give thanks to my sponsor, Beverly Donato, who shared this opportunity with me. And the reason I come in, because I don't know nothing about technology or tech, internet, or nothing like that, or nothing about computer. But when she said that this is the opportunity to where you wouldn't have to do nothing. So I feel like that was right up my alley. Then I could join this internet business without doing anything. So that's why I joined. And next of all, I want to thank Cindy Hopkins, team leader, a lovely lady, love people, love helping people, help people when she really ain't able, and when she's sick and down, she still tries to help. Thanks for all the prayers that everybody give her around the world. She's doing okay, but she still is weak right now, but all the prayers brought them from where she was to where she is now. And I thank everybody for that. I also thank everybody on these webinars, Marty DeGamo, Chris, Red, you, Milo, Julie, Cynthia Brown, all the leaders out here. I really thank you all. I appreciate you. Because if you all wasn't out here to share this business with the members, a lot of members will be behind in what On Passive is about. And now I really appreciate it. And I have a little bit to say today, but I have a lot to say in time. But I'm just, trying to get my words and my speech together so I can share it with everyone the best that I could. And like the guy and like the girl, the little girl, 10-year-old girl that came on and spoke, that's our future right there. Like Omar Mafaro, little brother, her, that is our future, because if she could step up and speak like she spoke and with the heart that she has, her family did a really good job with her. And when young kids come on at that age, at right now, and they still got 10, 12 years to go before they fully adult, look where On Passive will be, and look where they would be in On Passive at that time. They would be some of the highest speakers of On Passive that we're seeing right now. And for the younger generation to come in now, they're going to change the world in a lot of areas because they see the heart. And I just wanted to say a little bit, and I'll come on more now because I done found out how to get on the panelists and raise my hand so I could be saw. I've been doing it for weeks now, but I never figured it out, and none of my grandkids come around and to kind of guide me on how to do it. But I kept playing around with it and did it myself. So I learned a lot from being an On Passive. The $97 that I paid to come in, mine's already been earned because I gained the knowledge. and I'm still going to
Absolutely.
gain more. I'm still going to gain more knowledge. And thank you all very much for having me. And have a good evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Roy. So good to hear your voice. And thank you for always being there. You're on our show, you're on our live, you're on everywhere. Thank you so much. And it was lovely hearing your voice, Roy. Good
All
to
right.
have you with us.
Thank you, Julie.
Thank you. All right, William DeLone, the Marshmallow Man. William, if you would please unmute your mic.
Yes, hello. I tend to go with Lynn. O-Connect is actually very important because communication is very important. As we know of the lockdown, that people needed a way out to talk to people. And that's going to bring on O-Bless out. It's going to bring all the other O-Create, all the other products. O-Academy. Now they need O-Connect to process all those products. We can learn as we go along. So O-Connect is going to be very powerful. And I think that would be my number one, because I'm not concerned about this world. I'm concerned about helping the people that are not able to eat, have shoes, no water, those kind of things, because there's so much evil on this earth. If you spell evil backwards, what does it spell? It spells live. So what do we need to do is to help those people go forward or pass it on to people who will help. That will really hurt all this evil people in this world. We were going to make a statement to those people. I am very proud of this business. Thank you, I'm passive.
Thank you, William, the Marshmallow Man. That was good words. You know, there's so many good things that we have going, man, that, you know, it's going to work for all of us. So next up, let's see who we got. We got Akram. Akram, come on down, brother.
Thank you. Thank you. Honestly, I'm speaking that actually I love all the products of Compulsive, and in spite of I'm not the expert, I can't recommend that. But in the order, if I tell today's is 3-4 product, but maybe in the future I can change that, because if I could study that time, maybe I can change it. So in this moment, I'm thinking that data center. Firstly, data center, because it will protect our all the data of the 13 million people's their data, and also every day our thousand communication data, and also our digital all the devices and each and everything data will be stored by our own data centers. So it is the first I recommend that from my side at this moment. And then O-Bless, because you know that it's a really good initiative from our ERSA. This is the surprise for the world. So, and then I will think then O-Connect, because you know that in the just developed countries, there the education system is very well, but in the whole planet, if you see that, that is the O-Connect will be a game changer. So there will be no alternative. So that is also one kind of O-Bless. So I will say that O-Connect is alternatively O-Bless, that is. So, and then I can go to the O-Connect, because O-Connect is, you know that it's really we can connect it in the whole world. So that's why it will be the great our product. So, and then I can tell many products are in the pipeline. So that is actually really fantastic. Every product are necessary for the planet. So there have no any alternative. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Akram. Beautifully said. You know, one thing about on passive products that I really love is that every single products are intertwined together, are working hand in hands together. No matter whatever the products that you mentioned, it could be standalone. Mr. Ash has said that. It could be its own department, its own company. But when you put them all together, they're working together beautifully, right? And I remember back in November 2020, when he gave us kind of like a demo of Oak Connect, and how he said, okay, when you're in Oak Connect, you have IP address tracker, you have this, you have that. All of them are playing a very important role, and they're all play together. They're all working very well together. And I think that's very powerful, right? No matter what product you're talking about, when you go into one product of OnPassive, you'll be able to get access to the other ones. You know, they are working all together, and that's a very powerful key. When Mohammed mentioned about, create, I mean, how many of us right now are trying to put a video out there where we work on one thing, not only the video, even an image. We put one image out there, we got to grab one thing from the other platform, the other one, in order to put all in one picture or one video that we wanted to do. I mean, it's very tough. And every time when we want something extra, we have to pay extra. We have to pay add-on. We have to do all that within OnPassive. If you are a founder, a customer of OnPassive, you get access to those products right at the tips of your fingers. And I think that's very powerful. And that's something that I really love. All right, let's hear from Cynthia Brown. This woman has many, many creative ideas. All right, let's hear from Cynthia. Cynthia, good to have you.
Hello, everyone. I have several favorite products, but my number one is the platform itself, like Marty said, because I have so many friends in my life now from all over the world. I love that. And bless, because I'm going to bless some people. But the most important one to me, I think, is Tracker, because not only will it target the right traffic to our sites and everything, but it's going to help in other ways, like, track crime, or, it's going to help a lot of women, and children and missing people. So I think that Tracker is really important, and it's going to benefit in a lot of ways that way as well. But I like all the other products too. It's just so many, you just can't just pick one, because like you said, Julie, they all work together, and they all intertwine together. I love OnPassive. I love you all too.
Absolutely. Thank you, Cynthia. And it's so true. They do all work together, and they are all going to perform as one, so that's a beautiful thing. Okay, we've got enough hands up. So the last one will be Mohammed. So we've got Colin coming up, George coming up, and Mohammed. And that'll be the end of the show. So let's go ahead and we'll get started right now with Mr. Colin Mana. Come on down, brother.
Hello, Milo, Julie. Yeah, the topic is really great. That's why I put my hand up just to discuss about the products. When it comes to products, I like to talk about it. So I know people have been talking about their favorite products. To me, OnPassive, the ecosystem is massive. There is no product you can put your hand, because all of them are integrated, built with artificial intelligence. If you look at the market cap of all the products, it's a no-brainer. But now what I want to say is I want to move myself out of OnPassive as a novice. I want to come out of the bubble and look at OnPassive in a microscope. Which product will I say? As a novice, I'll go for Academy. When we look at the market cap of Academy, say I just want to put myself out of IT. Nothing. I don't know anything about OnPassive. As a customer, as a user, which product will I go for? Academy. Knowledge is money. Knowledge is money. Once you have the knowledge, the money will come. Look at the market cap, $350 billion US, and they are forecasting that in the nearest future will be trillions of dollars. Let's look at all the products that are there. I've used most of them. I've used Udemy, I've used Udacity, I've used Pluralsight. Those three I've used, and they are all very expensive. Sometimes there are people who come to me and said, what can I do? I said, go to all the online study application and try to see what you can do. Most of them, they are degree holder, PhD holder. I said, forget about your PhD, forget about your degree. All of us, we have it. But you know what? If you are not certified, you are nobody in this world. And the only way you can be certified is to go to this online study applications website, get yourself certified, and you get a good job. You need only one certificate, master of it. And it's not cheap. It is not cheap. Before you complete all the modules, it's a lot of money. There are courses I've taken in Pluralsight. It's more than $1,000 US. It's not cheap. You know, before you complete, it's a lot of money. And that's how they are making this money, because they provide the site, teachers come and give their lectures, and you have to do it. And most of this site, you can get only certificate of attendance after you complete, after the completion of your studies. It's certificate of attendance, which is useless. You have to go and call the organization and then pay more. What they will open the portal for you to sit for the exam. So someone in a less developed country can sit for an exam in someone, compete with someone in Harvard University and have the same certificate, the same grade and whatever you can do. This is what we are talking, it's no brainer. And when people think about, I say, look at Academy. This is a game changer. You don't need to travel. Sit in the comfort of your home, because that's what I do every day. I sit in the comfort of my home, take my exam on Sunday, pass it, and then get a good job. You know, what they look is your certification. It's not your degree, it's not your PhD, it's your certification. Tell me, I've worked in a company. This is the proof. Life proof, I'll tell you. Work in the company where only 2 of us are certified. All of them are degree holders. They have PhD. What happened? The company want to give us a contract, IT contract. We don't want those who have degrees or PhD. Tell us how many of your employees are certified. They came to us, how many are certified? I say, yes, I moved my certification and put it there. One other guy moved it from Asia and put it there. 2 of us. And that's how they got the company. They took our certificate and got that contract. Because if there was no certified person, the company would have paid thousands or hundreds of thousands to apply for a certain certificate to win that contract. This is Academy we are talking about. Coming, it is cheaper, well sophisticated, one-to-one, auto-dictated, everything is there. And we are talking about O Connect, as everybody talks about. O Connect is also embedded in Academy. The distraction detector is in there. Multi-language translation. You don't need to, even if you don't understand English, you know what? Choose your language and you have real-time translation. You can have the same certificate like someone who studied in USA, in any part of this world. Why would I not choose Academy? I'm talking as someone who is not an IT, sit behind, look at the product. I will go, because knowledge is key. It's key. I'm not a founder, but if I want to go, I want to have the knowledge and make money, I'll go for Academy. So this is what I want to say, and I'm really passionate with all the products, because I can go on and on with all these products. But Academy, as someone who is a non-founder, I'll go because I want the knowledge, because I know knowledge is power. So thank you, Julie. Thank you, Milo, for this great webinar.
Thank you, Collins. Thanks so much for sharing. I could see that your passions is keep going, and I would love to have a chat with you later on today.
Yes.
About some of the things that you are saying. So thank you so much for being here with us as well. All right, let's go on to George. I heard someone say something, but I don't see the mic on. So if you like to say things, please go ahead and raise your hand. It's a gentleman's voice, so please raise your hands if you like to share with us today. All right, George Luke from Uganda, please, if you would please unmute your mic. George, your mic is still muted. If you would please unmute it.
Hello.
Hello, who is it? All right, George, go ahead, please. Yeah, we can hear you.
Wow, thanks very much. This is my first time to be on this big webinar. And as you've said, I'm from Uganda. First and foremost, I'm so grateful to be part of this company. And I'm really happy that so many people are so taken up by this company, which was inaugurated by Ash Mofara. I'm so grateful because at one time I thought I was the only person on planet Earth who had the heart of giving out. That is as per my culture. But I'm so grateful that there are so many other people in this world who are like me or who are like all of us. Now, there is a question that was put forward by Milo. Man, that is so hard to say which product. For me, what I can say, all the products are good. All the products are entwined together. But if I'm to choose, probably I would take Obless. Because with Obless, I know I can reach each and every person in my society or even around the world. So that's what I have to say. By the way, I'm a little bit nervous. This is my first time. I have a lot to say. Otherwise, thanks so much. Thanks, Lynn. Thanks, everyone. May God bless you and may God bless Ash Mofara and the family. Thank you on passive.
Thank you, George. That was wonderful. You did a great job. And you know, the thing about it is when I posed that question, it made you think. The beautiful thing about it is we don't have to decide between one, people. We don't. We get the whole package. We're all founders. We get the whole package, you know, and they are, like Julie said, they're all intertwined together. That is something that has, you know, basically never been done before. I guess the closest thing would be, you know, if you bought Microsoft Office years ago, all those products work together. It was easy to go from, you know, from Excel to, you know, to Outlook to Word, because they all had the same thing. Can you imagine now we get to do that with Own Passive? We'll be able to know one, but it'll all be incorporated in all of them. You know, but all of the products, there's so many as I listen to, you know, people talk about it, you know, oh, Create, what a beautiful thing, you know, that you can make your own website, you know, and that we'll make things that's attractive, but we don't even have to do it. It'll do it for us. And, you know, it will bring things to us. It's just a marvelous thing. And then when you talk about Oh Bless and how we're going to be able to bless people, I mean, this is something that has never been done before. And there's a reason that we're all smiling. There's a reason that we're all excited. There's a reason that we can't hardly sleep at night. And now, you know, to know about, we got data centers. Come on, y'all, you know, data centers, are you kidding me? You know, and Amazon and the ones that's got them now, hey, they don't have AI. We got AI. We got something that's better. We're a debt-free company. You know, we're just, I can't tell you, there's nothing that I don't like about Own Passive. I love the people. I love the family. I love the founders. I love the, you know, Mr. Ash and the whole team. It's such a wonderful thing. So this concludes this Saturday, you know, so I thank you guys all for coming, and I'm going to send it back over to Julie. Julie, it's up to you. Take us out of here, girl.
Thank you so much, everyone. Julie and Milo, really appreciate you. Every time you come here, you give us more energy to create. You give us more knowledge. We really appreciate you. Now, if you haven't been interviewed by Julie and Milo, we encourage you to go out there to the world and share your story. And if you already been a guest to the Julie and Milo show interview, please continue to share your story out. That's the beginning only. We are going to do the interview, the second, the coming back. So if you haven't done so, please reach out to myself and Milo. I know that we have very busy schedule, but we will do our very best to get you in. I know, Alan G, we had sent you a message. If you haven't, please click on that as well. And George, M. Kelly, everyone who have get a nerve to get out, you could always take that step and say, I would like to be. When you take that step, you are already setting your mind to go on and do it. Trust me, there are many founders who have not been, reached out. And then when they did, it gives them that strength. And if you are looking through all the list of the guests that came on to the Julie and Milo show, they are now out there and speak and show up at every webinar. One example is Cynthia Brown. Cynthia Brown started with the Julie and Milo show the day that we started it. She has always been the biggest fan. She goes on, she makes comments, she supported us from the very beginning. But we have many times reached out. It's very hard to chase Cynthia Brown. And after about, I don't know, a while, she said, I think I'm ready. But then she didn't. It still takes some time, but look at Cynthia Brown right now. When she show up to webinars, she talks with Mr. Ashmore, she talks with everybody. She showed up at shows. All it is you make that decision to come out. And for all of the speakers today who have never spoken in the Julie and Milo show or the webinars, I encourage you, reach out to one of us, say, I would like to be interviewed in your show. A private interview. Remember, we don't do them live. We are sitting down with you. We have a conversation. We walk you through the steps and we make sure that you are comfortable before we do it. So if you like to do that, we'll be here for you. All right. Milo, any last words? Anyone, any last
Julie,
words for the day?
Yeah, Julie, does Muhammad, I see his hand went down and I forgot to ask him, but I don't know. Did you still want to talk, Muhammad from Canada? If you
Mohammed Saeed?
Yes, I still want to thank guys. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I've been a founder now for about 7 months, and every time I come up here to these webinars, I'm learning, getting hype every time I see a post coming up, and all the things that's happening here. I'm super grateful to be part of OnPassive. It's like we created a global family here, and it's been going wonderful so far, and I can't wait to see how far we go with this, and I'm super excited. I just want to say thank you all the panelists, everyone that joined the webinar, and all the mentors, and Julie, Milo, Mate, and my mentor Abdi that recruited me to this. I really appreciate the effort that you guys are putting in and keeping us entertained with this and making us grow with this company. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Muhammad. Thank you for coming on again. So I want to say once again, thank every one of you for coming to the show. Remember, we would not have a show if you was not here. And know that you are important to OnPassive family, and know that you are awesome. If no one's told you yet today, every one of you, you are awesome, and keep being your unique you. We need all of you. So that's all I got. Julie, back to you.
Thank you, Milo. We have so much love going on in the show today. Please continue to use the hashtag Thank You OnPassive, hashtag OnPassive if you can. I see Mr. David has his hand raised. We still have a couple of minutes. Mr. David, would you like to say a few words?
Yes, I have to say a few words. Like all the tools we are developing, but I believe all tools are highly valuable to the world. These all tools are going to help millions of people in different ways. So all our tools practically blessing to the world. And finally, words for Muhammad Kamal, UAE. You did great job, the marketing campaign and all the stuff. We are thankful to you, Mr. Kamal. It's nice to see you here. Over to you, Julie.
Thank you, David. Thank you so much for being here with us as well. Remember, every single one of us is a piece of the puzzle in the world. and a piece of puzzle in Unpassive. All of us make a beautiful art of Unpassive. Let's continue to go out there and share the cultural, the love of Unpassive to other. Remember, we are all the seeds that will eventually grow into orchards, orchards that grow plentiful of fruits. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here with us. We truly appreciate your presence here in the Julie and Milo show and also in Unpassive as well. Thank you so much. Please take care of yourself and take care of other. Good night from Orange County, California.
Good night from Nashville.
Thank you so much, everyone. We love you very much.
Hi
Please.
from Philadelphia.
from Georgia.
Good night
from
New
New
York.
York.
Good night from Philadelphia.
Thanks for the
Good
lovely
night from
Calgary.
Muhammad,
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, Muhammad.
Good
night, my family.
Last week.
Good night, Bill
Thank
Musk.
you.
Good night, David Otto, John Barillo, Judy Miller. Good night.
Julia Milo.
Alan
God
G.
bless
See you
you.
at Papua New Guinea tonight. See you at Papua New Guinea webinar. Don't forget that. Set your alarm.
So we are in it to win it.
We are in it to win it.
Thank you, Will Cassidy.
Good night.
You're so in it